gentlemen, please be seated. I would like to say we forgot to turn the air on, but we don't have air. But most of you have figured out how to use this. Please do. There are seats behind the graduates, so please fill in. As the president of Cleveland State Community College and on behalf of the faculty and staff, I would like to welcome you to the college's 41st commencement ceremony. Since the founding of the college in 1967, we have graduated over 10,000 students and provided credit and non-credit courses to over 250,000 students. This ceremony will be webcast and broadcast live on Cable Channel 5 in Cleveland. It will be archived and can be viewed later by going to the Cleveland State website. Now I'd like to introduce my distinguished colleagues who are with me on the stage today. To my left, Mr. Jason Sewell, President of the Staff Senate. Mr. Robert Brewer, President of the Faculty Senate. And Dr. Jerry Faulkner, Vice President for Academic Affairs. To my right, Dr. Bell Whelan, President of the Commission on Colleges of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and who I will have more to say about shortly. Mr. Matt Bentley, President of the Cleveland State Community College Foundation. Let's give them a round of applause for all that they do. partner song, I Believe and Ave Maria at the same time. Thanks to Carbon Matheny, Nick O'Brien, and Sarah Huff of the class of 2009, and Trish Fidel, we're not sure which class, 2011 or 2012. Thank you so much. Speaking of a person who believes in what she does, our commencement speaker's career includes groundbreaking firsts. First African American woman to serve as president of a public institution of higher education in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and also the first African American woman Secretary of Education in the state of Virginia. She acknowledges those credits, but says she is herself and prefers to think of her success as reflecting her training, experience, and work ethic. Dr. Whelan attributes her success to hard work, endurance, tenacity, and being in the right place at the right time, and recognizes that prayer, hard work, and support from family and friends make anything possible. For the past 35 years, she has served higher education in a variety of capacities, including faculty member in psychology, administrator capacity, dean of students, campus provost, and president of 2 community colleges, Central Virginia Community College and Northern Virginia Community College. She has served in the role of Secretary of State, Secretary of Education in Virginia, and presently is the president of the Commission on Colleges for the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. She holds memberships in numerous state and national organizations. When once asked about financial difficulties in higher education, she stated, "I'm not a miracle worker. I'm not able to pull funds out of a hat. You do what you can and just keep moving from there. I often say that a real leader is one who can make things happen when there are no resources. Anybody can lead if there's money. I think what we need are resources, and it's not just financial resources." Dr. Whelan was a cheerleader in college, and she sees herself still as a cheerleader. Her motto for the SACS acronym is "Students are central to success." She is a can-do person with a terrific sense of humor and claims to be addicted to Sudoku. Please welcome Dr. Belle Whelan.
Thank you, Mr. President, to you and the other platform guests, distinguished faculty, staff, and administrators, family, friends, honored guests, and most importantly, the members of the class of 2009. Congratulations to all of you, not just the graduates, but to all of those supporters who made it possible for them to be here today. I'm in the quality control business. That's what SACS does, to make sure that the institution is of high quality so that you get the best education. So I have to give you your last exam. Okay? I need you just for a moment to put your fans down on the floor. It's only going to take a moment. Sit up on the front of your seats. And I'm going to count to 3. And on the count of 3, I want you to stand up, throw your hands in the air, and as loudly as you can, shout the word hallelujah. Okay? Last exam. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Now, you may not remember a thing I say today, but you will remember that I had you sitting on the edge of your seat shouting hallelujah. Whether you're graduating summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or thank you loud, we are very proud of you today. I do urge you, graduates, to take a moment to say thank you to those who did make it possible for you to be here. I'm sure there's some spouses and children who learned new skills because you were off writing papers or going to clinicals or whatever. They're doing things they never thought they could do before. And I know your parents are glad that you've now got a credential that will get you somewhat out of their pocket, if not totally. But for whatever reason we're celebrating today, it is all because of you. I do ask that you say thank you to these people, though, because you will need them again, I promise. Okay? To those of you who took more than 4 or 5 years to get here, it's okay. You are the shining example of tenacity and endurance, and are the living proof of the adage, anything worth having is worth working for. So you are a shining example to the rest of us. I did send my speech to the president before I came because I wanted to make sure that, I had a good theme and that I didn't talk too long. And so I did ask him to edit it, and so I'm going to read what he sent back. And in conclusion, I would like to say that we are... Seriously, I want you to know that I know that I'm not the reason we're here today, so I'm not going to be too lengthy, but I have to do this and leave you some pearls of wisdom. Number one, you are part of the largest graduating class in the history of this country. The class of 2009 across the country has more graduates than any other graduating class we've ever had. So that's something about which you should be very, very proud. On top, that's fine, applaud them. Secondly, you are joining the top 2% of people in the world who have a college degree. That makes you even more unique. And I know for many of you, you are the first in your family to get a college degree. That's even more reason to be proud. But I have to tell you, we do have registration packets for the summer session when you're leaving. And so any of you who still want to come sit here, we can arrange that for you in no time at all. Now, while that's the good news, the bad news is that there are fewer of this generation born. We had fewer children than our parents did, and so you're going to have a heavier load to carry as you go out to ensure that this country retains its position of greatness. That is a heavy burden, and so I want to leave you with some pearls that I hope will help you get through that. First thing is 5 little things that I want you to remember as you're leaving, in addition to sitting on the edge of your seats shouting hallelujah. Number 1, if you don't already, please believe in a power greater than you. You cannot get through a day or a moment of a day without a grace from above that makes your life possible. Trust me. Go down paths you never thought you'd go before, and you wonder, what did I do to get here? How did I get into this mess? It is not your plan. You are merely the vessel by which that plan is being carried out. So just always do your best in whatever it is that you're going to do. Number 2 came from a book that I read that came out before the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. It was called Life's Little Instruction Book. It was 2 volumes. And it was a book that was written by a father to his son when he was going to college. And I try to practice this regularly because I believe in it. The adage says, be as kind to the janitor as you are the chairman of the board. Because everybody has a role to play in an organization, and no one is any more important than anyone else. And so you learn to respect everyone who has a role in making organizations possible. Number 3, lighten up. Learn to laugh. It is biologically impossible to laugh and grow an ulcer at the same time. So this is part of your health regime. Learn to laugh. Continue to ask questions no matter how silly they may sound, because if people laugh at you, then you've helped them prevent an ulcer. I taught psychology for 10 years, and I taught child psychology, and when we were talking about the advantages of breastfeeding versus bottle feeding once, I had a young woman ask me if black women had chocolate milk in their breasts. Faculty know, you get those kinds of questions, right? Sure. And it was an interesting response because part of the class laughed hysterically. Another part just sat in shock. They couldn't believe she had asked that. But there were some students who kind of went, I hadn't thought about that, So after the laughter died down, I did assure her that while that was probably the most interesting question I had ever been asked, that there were no flavoring packets in black women's breasts. But she prevented ulcers among her classmates. So, there's always someone else out there who has the same question and doesn't have the courage to ask. So ask it anyway, because as you've already learned, you are responsible for your own learning. But learn to laugh and lighten up. Number 4, give back. Whether it's time visiting a nursery school or a senior citizen home or volunteering at the church, whether it's your money giving back to the scholarship fund here at the college so that other students can benefit from what you've had, give back. Even though it may seem like only a little bit to you, it means a lot to the people who will benefit from your time and your energy and your money. Remember, to those to whom much is given, much is expected. Number 5, take care of yourself. This is only body, mind, and soul you got. We only issue one per person per lifetime. And we've got a heavy burden on your shoulders we're placing, so we need you to be the best you can be. Start parking farther away and walking a little more. Drink a little more water. Okay? It's not too late. Some of us over 50 still think, oh, this body's shot already. It's not. There's still a little hope there. As long as there's life, there's hope. So take care of it. Lastly, I want to tell you a story about a woman who showed that you're never too old to learn. I spent 28 years in community colleges, and commencements at community colleges are my favorite activity because of the variety of ages of people there who recognize that you never get too old to learn. The first day of school, our professor introduced himself and challenged us to get to know someone we didn't already know. I stood up to look around when a gentle hand touched my shoulder. I turned around to find a wrinkled little old lady beaming up at me with a smile that lit up her entire being. She said, "Hi, handsome. My name is Rose. I'm 87 years old. Can I give you a hug?" I laughed and enthusiastically responded, "Of course you may." And she gave me a giant squeeze. "Why are you in college at such a young, innocent age?" I asked. She jokingly replied, "I'm here to meet a rich husband, have children, and I get married and have a couple of kids." "No, seriously," I asked. I was curious what may have motivated her to be taking on this challenge at her age. "I always dreamed of having a college education, and now I'm getting one," she told me. After class, we walked to the Student Union building and shared a chocolate milkshake. We became instant friends. Every day for the next 3 months, we would leave class together and talk nonstop. I was always mesmerized listening to this time machine as she shared her wisdom and experience with me. Over the course of the year, Rose became a campus icon, and she easily made friends wherever she went. She loved to dress up, and she reveled in the attention bestowed upon her from her other students. She was living it up. At the end of the semester, we invited Rose to speak to our football banquet. I'll never forget what she taught us. She was introduced and stepped up to the podium, and as she began to deliver her prepared speech, she dropped her 3x5 cards on the floor. Frustrated and a little embarrassed, she leaned into the microphone and simply said, "I'm sorry. I'm so jittery. I gave up beer for Lent, and this whiskey is killing me." I'll never get my speech back in order, so just let me tell you what I know. As we laughed, she cleared her throat and began, "We do not stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing." There are only 4 secrets to staying young, being happy, and achieving success. You have to laugh and find humor every day. You've got to have a dream. When you lose your dreams, you die. We have so many people walking around who are dead and don't even know it. There's a huge difference between growing older and growing up. If you're 19 years old and lie in bed for 1 full year and don't do anything, you will still turn 20. I'm 87 years old, and if I stay in bed for a year and never do anything, I'll turn 88. Anybody can grow older. That doesn't take any talent or ability. The idea is to grow up by always finding opportunity in change. Have no regrets. The elderly usually don't have regrets for what we did, but rather for things we didn't do. The only people who fear death are those with regrets. She concluded her speech by courageously singing The Rose. She challenged each of us to study the lyrics and live them in our daily lives. At the year's end, Rose finished the college degree she had begun all those years ago. 1 week after graduation, Rose died peacefully in her sleep. Over 2,000 college students attended her funeral in tribute to the wonderful woman who taught by example that it's never too late to be all you can possibly be. This great nation of ours has been built with the spirit of I can, because even the word American ends in the letters I-C-A-N, I can. So when you leave here and the road gets rough and times are tough, remind yourself, I can do this. It may take a little more time, may take a little more energy, may take a little more money, but I got the stuff that it takes to be successful. I hope that that spirit of America continues to live in each of you, because many days it will be the only thing that will get you through the day. Congratulations to each of you, and thank you for letting me be a part of your day today.
I have a feeling all of you are going to remember a lot more than sitting on the edge of your seat, believe me. Thank you, Dr. Whelan. I'd like to correct an act of omission. The song that we heard, I would like to recognize or thank Margaret Ann Randolph, who was on keyboard, and of course, Karen Dale, will you stand up, Assistant Professor of Music at Cleveland State. Thank you. Now I would like to present some very special awards that recognize achievement and exemplary service to the Cleveland State community. The recipients will also receive a check from the Cleveland State Community College Foundation presented by Mr. Matt Bentley, Cleveland State Foundation President. The foundation is made up of community leaders who believe in education and support the mission of Cleveland State. Established in 1971, the foundation has awarded over $3.2 million in scholarships to more than 4,400 students of ours. Unrestricted dollars raised by the foundation support the college in other ways, such as these financial awards presented today. Matt, if you'll join me at the podium. The Distinguished Graduate Award is given each year to the graduating student who, in the opinion of the college faculty and staff, has contributed the most to the advancement and betterment of Cleveland State Community College. This year's recipient is an exceptional student. Her nominator stated that in 30-plus years in teaching, there have been few students brighter or more inspiring. Her scholarship is unsurpassed and her leadership potential appears unlimited. She is filled with intellectual enthusiasm and curiosity and brings these into the classroom. She challenges prejudices in class and inspires other students to seek deeper for answers. As a group leader, she has repeatedly shown the ability to allow others to shine and to share in the pleasure of their successes. Her concern and passion for the environment has led her to take a leadership role in the college and community by spearheading the initiative to rid the campus of litter on multiple occasions, leading discussions for showings of an inconvenient truth, and serving as the only student representative on the college's chapter of Tree Campus USA. This organization has increased college recycling, maintained the college arboretum, and assisted in starting a community garden in an impoverished area of our community. She was instrumental in registering approximately 450 new voters and led a discussion on the struggles of the women's suffrage movement. She is an officer in the Spanish Club and Phi Theta Kappa, a student senator, and serves as student representative on 2 college committees. She has taught Spanish in the College for Kids program, assisted with multicultural activities, and served as a judge for the Laws of Life essay contest. She was an All-Tennessee academic team member this past year. She is the kind of student teachers long to have in their classes and one who actively seeks to make a difference at our college and in our community. The 2009 Distinguished Graduate is Diana Ballou. Speaking of student activities, let me call your attention to the Phi Theta Kappa project in the lobby of the gym. There's a fishbowl for donations. All of the money will go to support an international initiative called Project Graduation to alleviate hunger and illiteracy. Phi Theta Kappa is the International Honor Society for 2-year colleges. Thank you, PTK, for all that you do. The Distinguished Staff Award is presented each year to an individual who has performed meritorious service to Cleveland State, above and beyond the expectations of the job. This award is open to any Cleveland State employee other than those classified as executive, administrator, or faculty. This year's recipient started working at Cleveland State shortly after graduation from the college and has worked in the admissions, business, math, and science, and vice president and student services offices. She has served 3 different vice presidents over the past 22 years. She received her Certified Professional Secretary designation in 1993. She is the consummate professional with the highest integrity and a work ethic that is hard to match. Her customer service skills in dealing with students, parents, staff, faculty, and the community are outstanding. She is an able ambassador for Cleveland State. She has assisted with numerous recruitment activities, assisted with many community basketball tournaments, and served on the staff senate and college committees. In addition to her campus activities, she is involved in a number of community programs. The 2009 Distinguished Staff Member is Shirley Miller. The Distinguished Faculty Award is given each year to a member of the Cleveland State faculty in recognition of meritorious service to the college and community. Committee's choice for this year's Distinguished Faculty Member is highly respected by everyone with whom she has ever worked. She joined the Cleveland State family in 1988. Serving in both student services and academic divisions, she has been a definite promoter for students in all aspects of their college lives. Her accomplishments are too numerous to list, but among her honors are being voted unanimously as the college's first Staff Senate President, receiving a Faculty Star Service Award, and being named a Who's Who among America's teachers. Her professional activities include numerous presentations both on campus and at workshops and conferences across the state. She has continued to enhance her skills through many professional development activities while volunteering in community organizations such as Junior Achievement, Boys and Girls Club, Chamber of Commerce Ambassador, and the McMinn County Interagency Council. In her current faculty position, her students are all in different work sites covering all 5 counties of our service area, but she has personal interaction with each co-op student. She provides accessibility and service to students on all 3 campuses by utilizing both face-to-face and online methods to provide information for students throughout the semester. Her involvement goes above and beyond the norm for any faculty member. She also provides career opportunities for campus-wide events and visits classes from other disciplines to provide instructions on resumes and job search. The 2009 Distinguished Faculty Member, Susan Webb Curtis. Every year I like to highlight a few graduates whose stories exemplify the perseverance and determination of community college students, much like the one that Dr. Whelan alluded to. Please stand when I read your name. Mallory Wyatt and her mother Angela Wyatt have been working at Whirlpool for a combined total of 10 years. Angela has always wanted to go back to school and thought attending with her daughter would be the best time. They enrolled in the Best Ticket in Town program, a collaboration between Cleveland State and Whirlpool. They have completed the Workforce Preparedness Business Customer Service Certificate. Both are focused and they plan to continue their educations. Congratulations. Rebecca Lassiter. Where are you, Rebecca? Rebecca? Oh, okay. Let me just read. Rebecca is a divorced mother of 3 who worked full-time and was a full-time student. This past semester she carried 22 hours. Her goal is to get a Bachelor of Science in Allied Health Leadership to allow her to provide a better life and be a role model for her children. Unfortunately, her child was ill and she could not be here today. A few years ago, and I need to ask Lanita Lively and Adrian Chansey, would you please stand? A few years ago, Lanita never imagined her daughter Adrian, who was diagnosed with, and I've got to be careful here because I'm probably not going to get this right, hemophagocytic syndrome, would ever graduate from college. Lanita and Adrian will be graduating from Cleveland State today, each with an Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Education. Adrian is the only person in the U.S. and only one of 8 people in the world who has been diagnosed with this syndrome, which is a disease in which the white blood cells take over the red blood cells. These students are an inspiration to all of us and examples of the sacrifices one makes in order to move forward. In addition to this year's commencement program, we have a student presenting a graduation speech. Her pursuit of education is a familiar one to community college students and is representative of many of you. Tiffany started at Cleveland State in 2000, and after a marriage, 3 children, several interruptions, and many changes in major, she is graduating today. She is speaking not as valedictorian, but because of her drive and ambition. She came to me and asked to speak today because she wanted to motivate others to overcome their obstacles, continue their education, and not give up. Tiffany has said Cleveland State is more like a family than a college, and the support she has received has given her the ambition and motivation to achieve her goal of getting her Ph.D. in psychology and helping others. She said, "Forget start something great," referring to the college's tagline. She would have preferred, "I started something fabulous." Tiffany?
Thank you, Dr. Height. Good morning. Wow, isn't it a beautiful day for graduation? Hi, my name is Tiffany McAllister. As Dr. Height said, I've been a student here for 9 years, on and off. As I look out to the crowd, I see several familiar faces, my family, my friends, several of you I've had classes with, instructors. I've probably had well over half of you guys. But there's several of you I don't know, never talked to, and don't know anything about. But I do know this. I know your favorite subject. For those of you out here, I'm guessing it probably wasn't your 8 a.m. history class. Probably wasn't chemistry, and certainly not fitness. No, your favorite subject is you. Yes, that's right. We all share the common tendency to be self-focused and consumed with numero uno. We all enjoy talking about ourselves. And frankly, that isn't such a bad thing. I mean, look at us, guys. We are a good-looking group of people. But we haven't arrived. Not a one of us has exhausted the possibilities of our potential character. Last week, Dr. Height held a staff meeting in the humanities department. He wanted to address questions and concerns that the faculty and staff might have before the next semester. Mr. Tolbert of the psychology department stood up and said his classes were studying Freud and the major differences between men and women. He needed to conduct a quick survey while he was in the midst of intelligent and non-biased minds. He posed the question, who do you think is more vain, men or women? Immediately, Dr. Greenwood of the history department stood up and said, obviously, women are more vain than men. At that, with no hesitation, Mrs. Fulbright from the English department said, yes, I agree. Women are more vain than men. She said, for example, the best-looking guy in this room has his tie on crooked and doesn't even care. At that, all 8 men in the room straightened their ties. Go figure. Yes, each of us has had some vain moments, but it's during our hardest endeavors that character truly shines. Think about this question. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Would you be limited by your own thinking? No, let's not be limited by our thinking. Let's rid our minds of stinking thinking, and like flowers, let's bloom. Never settle for mediocrity. Let's stand strong and wait for promotion. I challenge everyone in this building to fight for your dreams and desires. We'll have a good fight, and we'll have to fight for a good fight. But with determination and perseverance in our corner, we were surely destined for victory. This isn't to say the fight won't be hard. No, if it were easy, everyone would do it. But no matter what comes against us, we have to keep on keeping on. In the Bible, Galatians 6:9 says, don't grow weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. We live in the greatest country on the globe, no doubt. We have been given every opportunity to exceed. And this first step, graduates, that we have taken is definitely the longest stride. And now let's use these building blocks of promotion to promote our character and continue down the path less traveled by. While distance tests our strength, time will reveal our character. Webster defines character as a mixture of traits that form the core nature of someone. On our journeys, let's be more concerned with character rather than our reputation. Because, guys, character is what we are, while reputation is what all these people think we are. I've taken 2 semesters of Spanish here at Cleveland State. And while Spanish is definitely not my cup of tea, Yo quiero Taco Bell is the best that it gets for me. Many of you know Senora Hoffer. Not sure where she is. She's over there hiding. And those of you that had class with me know that she is an amazing, amazing woman. She pushed us to do our best, and she told us to strive for excellence and to not be intimidated by the unknown. She grew up in Chile, or Chile, as she would say. And at the age of 27, she moved to the U.S. to pursue her master's degree in education. This lady stood face forward to the unknown. She no longer has intimidation in her vocabulary. A couple of weeks ago, we were studying for our Spanish finals, and a friend of mine was struggling with the Spanish conjunction of verbs in the subjective form. Yeah, I know, it's Chinese to me too. It was Friday, and the final was set for Monday morning. My friend was working that evening and the whole weekend for that matter. So without hesitation, Senora Hofford offered to meet her at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning for coffee and a study session. Ladies and gentlemen, that's character. That's the kind of men and women that we are surrounded by here at Cleveland State. Approachable instructors that are always willing to go the extra mile to see their students achieve. When I think of Senora Hoffer, I think of this poem by Marianne Williams entitled A Return to Love. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? We are all a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people around you won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Graduating class of 2009, congratulations. Woohoo! Let's go be who we are destined to be. Let's not run, but walk through this threshold of opportunity with our eyes wide open so we can enjoy the sunsets and embrace the beauty of every moment. Along with our education, hopes, and dreams, let's make some noise in this world. Ladies, let's soar like Wonder Woman, and guys, be bold like Superman. The steel guru Andrew Carnegie once said, think of yourself as on the threshold of unparalleled success. A whole, clear, glorious life lies before you. Achieve, achieve. Cleveland, Tennessee, put your sunglasses on. This group has not only started something great at Cleveland State, we have started something fabulous. As I lose my cap. Thank you.
Tiffany, that was a dazzling presentation. Would the graduates please stand? It is my pleasure to present the 2009 class of Cleveland State Community College. As Vice President for Academic Affairs, I affirm that they have completed the requirements of the State of Tennessee University and Community College system and have earned the degrees and certificates they are about to receive. With the power vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents and the state of Tennessee, and upon recommendation of the faculty and administration of Cleveland State Community College, these candidates are hereby awarded an Associate of Arts degree, an Associate of Science degree, an Associate of Applied Science degree, certificate with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. It's time. Please move your tassels. You are official. Okay. Will. Chris Land first? He's first. Chris Land. You're used to it.
Kevin Green.
Oh, they love you. Smile.
Caleb Murray.
What are you going to do next?
Joshua Simpson.
We're going to miss you, Johnson. We're going to miss you. Smile. Stay in touch. Come back and visit.
Taylor Vornell.
Kind of unsettling. She's going to get a good picture. She'll give you that.
Tammy Miller.
Congratulations. What are you going to do next? That's okay. It's okay, but you're educated, ready for it.
Melanie Fulbright.
You must stay. Good girl. Oh, wow. And then you'll carry you a long way.
Krista Glass.
That's the way to go. Smile.
John Kite.
I think this is the first time I've seen someone has the same name. Smile.
Christina Davidson.
Wait till they see those folks out there. Wait till they embarrass you, didn't they? Now smile and get a nice picture.
Diana Beluga.
Really embarrass you, ready for that? You embarrass you.
Steve Alvarenga.
You got friends here too, huh? Now smile before you get away. Smile. Okay, all right.
Nadia Isa.
I can tell you're very excited about this. Let's be.
John Farmer.
Right. No, you're good. You're smart. Okay. Good luck.
Katie Kite.
You did kind of justice to it, didn't they? Or something that you worried about? Smile. Good luck.
Jared Houston Allen.
What are you going to do next? Okay, that's okay. It's okay to be unsure. Now, you can't be unsure. I'll be sure.
Jennifer Kaldenberg.
Oh, yeah. So who was that yelled Jennifer out there? I'm not sure. You're not sure. Okay. Good luck.
Kyle Hoffner.
Good luck. Wait there.
Bridget Joanne Christ.
Keep that smile. Keep that smile.
Megan Stout.
You're one of those smart ones that gets involved. That's good. Make sure you stay involved.
Beverly Bell.
All right, wave to them again. They're okay. They start all right. Now smile for them. Okay.
Shelby Reed.
You had it next. Smile. I think where you're going.
Brittany Inez.
I think you dress better than we do.
Sarah Howard.
There's that pocket of folks out there that know you. Smile.
Ryan Wampler.
You got to wave at those folks over there because they made a lot of noise. Smile because we got to get you on the scale.
Jessica Carter.
You do a lot of things. What do you have next?
Kristen Bohannon.
doing that? Again. Smile. Good one.
Jamie Gray.
You can see you're good. You've done so well, done so much. That's why. Keep that smile because you're
Brandy Pritchett.
Good love you. Smile. Keep that smile.
Brett Preston Bellow.
Say the short one.
Brian Thomas.
Good luck. Where are you headed next? Oh, that's good. That's good.
Courtney Woodson.
Oh, you're one of those that do it all. What are you going to do next? Okay.
Ashley Gay.
Yeah, I think you got some folks here that know you.
Chase Gates.
All right, are you excited about this? I sure hope so. Good luck.
Jeremy Poteet.
Way to go, Jeremy. What are you going to do next?
William Fetty.
Congratulations. Now smile. Smile because
Jamie Short.
oh, keep that smile. Keep that smile. She's doing good luck.
Jean Elizabeth Smith.
Congratulations.
Brittany Michelle Holland.
They love you out of there. Keep that smile.
Kelly Warden.
They like you, Kelly. Picture all those folks that sit down.
Kanita Holloway.
You're off to do those other things.
Sean Bridges.
Stay in touch. You better be scoring points. You're scoring points when you come see me. I will. I'll be out there.
Ronald Campbell.
You know what? There's one in every crowd. There's wow. We can save this picture for posterity. Good luck.
Jesse Hewley.
Good luck. You've done well here. Posterity.
Loretta Anna Boyd.
Congratulations. Now keep that smile. Where you headed next? Oh, okay. You're doing well.
Tia Sykes.
Oh, I think there's some folks out there that know you. Don't go away yet.
Kristen Ann Higgins.
Oh, keep that smile. Oh, keep that smile. Good.
Brandy Shelton.
You've got some folks here with you that have a day embarrassed you. I hope not.
Kelly Fry.
Congratulations, Kelly. Good luck.
Jennifer Dawn Dodson. Lindsay Ingram.
No, you're not embarrassed by that at all. It's just a smile on your face.
Tessa Talent.
If you're afraid that hat's going to fly, it's not going to fall. You've done well here. Now smile because we want to make sure.
Drew Banks.
Congratulations. Now keep that smile.
Leanne White.
This is mandatory. We got to get a picture here. Good one.
Lindsay Doss.
We got it right, didn't we? Did we get it right? Okay, now smile. Good one.
Bethany Lynn Coleman.
Keep that smile. Keep that smile.
Mark McCauley.
Mark, you done well. That's what we've been doing.
Russell Brown.
Congratulations, Russell. Now we got to get a picture.
Megan J. Spear.
I think there's a bunch of folks that know you. Good luck reading this.
Jeanette Vieta.
Well, congratulations. Where we go? What are we going to do next?
Javier Vasquez.
Congratulations. Wait, now stop right here. We're going to take your picture.
Ashley Tankersley.
Keep smiling because
Allison J. Miles. Norley Amaras.
Keep smiling. That's a pretty smile. I'll take your picture. There you go.
Barbara Renee Davis.
Oh, you are smiling. Let's get a good picture. Okay. Oh.
Darren Winder. Vicky Winder.
Hello, Vicky. You've done well with this.
Cheryl Leach. Morgan Yates.
I can tell now. Keep. Oh, you mom got me.
David Craig.
You got this down. I like you. You saved that.
Michael Farner.
All right. Somebody up there's watching, right? Oh, where you keep? Oh, yeah.
Chad Kaufman.
Somebody likes you here. Somebody likes you a lot. All right. Good luck.
Christopher Allen.
Christopher, there's a few folks here that come to cheer you on. Yeah, you're glad.
Billy Bynum.
Section's pretty loud over there.
James Webb. Frederick Baker. Lorna Wright. Susan Sears. Swindell. Kathy McMahon. Sherry Edgeworth. Nikki Cabrera. Erica Leggett. Mindy Brown. Juliet Harris. Barbara Roberts. Cynthia Campbell. Nathan Whitener. Nathan Brown. Paul Mathaler. Harold Bybee. Jeffrey Hunt. Jason Brackett. David Thomas Butler. Cody Dillingham. Paulo Redondo. Ray Edward Burns Jr. Jonathan Lovelace. Eric Osborne. Jonathan Dale. Dana Cornett. Stacy Norfolk. Cantrell. Gabrielle Cartwright. Suzanne Jackson. Cheryl Fowler. Stephanie Wheat. Melissa Reeder. Tanissa Ann Kerr. Jean Lineberry. Linda Long. Charlotte Pendergrass. Suzette Kennedy. Lauren Gann McCrossan. Amanda Samples Perry. Deanna Murray. George Murray. Jonathan Miller. Bree McLeod. Kimberly Turner. Leslie A. Evans. Angelique Babb. Kelly Bradford. Jeanette Fagan. Amanda Beck. Danielle Mosley Norman. Wendy Hyde. Virgil Teta. Robin Hartness. Jessica Mashburn. Katie L. Thomas. Mary Tharp. Homewood Pilkey. James Cooper. Marcella Roman. Lisa Ann Hollingsworth. Robin Redmond. Rebecca Harden. Arena Ledley. Lavinia Latrice Rochelle. Tiffany Star Hall. Jessica Leanne Morgan. Adrian Lively Chansey. Lanita Lively. Bobby Firestone. Noah Swanson. Danielle Gold. Diane Whitaker Waldo. Bobby Weiss. Tina Miller. Krista Marie Docker. Corey Kennedy. Angela Show. Derek Vestal. Julie Citizen. Holly Carroll. Kimberly Rippleton. Hope Farmer. Shasta Adams. Lacey Dalton. Tiffany Platt. Rhonda Teague. Beverly Bird. Cynthia Birchfield. Danita Blankenwood. Elizabeth Griffin. Deanna Hopkins. Ashley McAllister. Sheila Johnson. Gabrielle Malden. Kimberly Delaney. Audrey Hall. Lori Black. Rachel Schrock. Lindsay Dalton. Elena Krzyzewski. Carrie Stone. Lisa Brown. Lindsay Poe. Julia Miller. Patricia Hicks. Renee Hampton. Sean Swan. Teresa Ferguson. Sarah Craig. Sarah Hamner. Holly Cole. Kathy Ostrander. Joseph Mingle. Cassandra Tilke. Coy Maupin. Scott Tinsley. Stephanie Butler. April Myers. Christy Pelton. Jay Thompson. Steve Willis. Chris Daugherty. Elizabeth Carrion. Kay Davis. Deborah Swafford. Stacy Taylor. Edith Young. Gail Duffy. Sandy Patton. Crystal Rogers. Kimberly Coleman. Deanna Ratledge. Nicole Saylor. Elena Blake. Belinda Bishop. Regina Phillips.
That's my sister! Woo!
Jamie Flagstaff.
Go, Virginia!
Brian Hyde. Sharon Smith Standridge. Margaret Cagle Jones. Tracy Tipton Culberson. C. King.
Whatever they were taught, so we didn't talk about it. So how do I get I'll tell the marshal to take it.
Okay. Today, each of you has made an important step. It will lead some of you to a 4-year degree and others into the workforce. As you continue your life's travels, I encourage each of you to also remember that education is a lifelong process. I wish each of you happiness, prosperity as you pursue your dreams. In closing, I want to share this Chinese proverb. When the wind changes direction, there are those who build a wall and those who build windmills. I hope that all of you will build. I've got to update this proverb. From windmills to wind turbines, but you need to build them. Now that you're alumni, please continue to consider yourself a part of the Cleveland State family. Keep in touch. Everyone is invited to join us for refreshments in the Student Center. If the graduates would follow the direction of the marshals, this concludes our ceremony, and again, congratulations.